Are you ready? All right.
Blizzcon, are you ready? That's all I get paid for is to say that.
No,
Yeah,
that was awesome. I can see the back of my head. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm really overdressed right now because I just came off of Hearthstone.
That's awesome. All right. So when these players load in, they're going to line up for us right near their palaces so we can talk about the heroes these guys are playing. We can sort of describe the compositions these various teams have taken.
And we do want to reiterate once again that this game is in alpha right now. So yes, as Dustin kind of smirks to the side there, this is hopefully an awesome representation of the game, though. I've obviously been playing it for a while. It's been absolutely fantastic.
Awesome.
So I'm really excited to see this debuted.
Our players are here joking. They should take a shot every time they die. All right. All right, blue team is charging forward. We've got Raynor, we've got Tassadar, we've got Tyrael. Tyrael fighting next to his old buddy Diablo, and we have got Falstad, the Griffin Rider. So this has got, they got a support here in Tassadar. They've got a couple of, they got an assassin and 2 warriors, both in Tyrael and in Diablo. That's absolutely mighty. Falstad, of course, bringing up the rear, and we've got Nova doing her little dance right there. Kerrigan, Abathur for the red team, absolutely amazing. Stitches showing his moves, and we've got Gazlo, the Goblin Tinker, right there on the end.
Yeah, very cool unit compositions here. If you guys were able to see the panels, you know that guy right in the middle, Abathur, he's not going to get out on the map. He's not going to get out there and start slugging it out with a lot of the enemies out there. He's going to hide in the bushes. He's going to call down spells. He's going to try and get inside of his teammates' minions and try and provide support however he can.
All right, they're scattered out across the map right now. Abathur going for a deep tunnel to get the early watchtower, grabbing the watchtower before anybody can possibly get to it, and running like a little girl as fast as he can back behind his towns. He does not want to be out there to be absolutely annihilated. Tassar looking to pick up the watchtower. We got a battle forming around the watchtower up here. Tyrael and Raynor closing in, and there's some moves. Raynor in a little bit of trouble there. Oh, he's in a lot of trouble. Kerrigan and Abathur together. Kill Raynor. Killed her boyfriend. That's terrible, Kerrigan. How could you?
You can cut the sexual tension with a knife right now. So Tyrael and Falstad are trying to do whatever they can.
Ooh,
oh, great pull from
big hook, big hook.
Tyrael trying to make his way away. Falstad comes back out. He can dish out some pretty good damage with his abilities, and once he works his way up to that ultimate, he'll have really long range and a very direct beam. We have some fights going down here at the bot lane, though, as everyone's trying to move in and take out those treasure chests, which just spawned.
While the treasure chest has spawned, there's a big battle developing around it. We got Abathur and Kerrigan together, along with Stitches and Nova. Looks like Blue's in a little bit of trouble here. Big battles developing around. Falstad leaps and almost gets hammered for it. This is a critical battle. Who controls this treasure chest? Stitches gets a kill. Red team picks up almost all of the coins, and I think got all of the coins entirely. Blue team in a little bit of trouble here as they sort of dance away.
It was a really smart move, too, because Abathur jumped there in on Kerrigan to be able to protect her while she takes damage, and that allowed Stitches to move down and grab those coins. Really smart objective control there from Red.
Looks like Blue has picked up some coins there. Diablo's got some, and they're dropping off here as well. So you can see the coin totals up to the middle of the map. Right at the top of the screen, there's that little skull toy, and there's 1-0 right now in favor of Blue. Big team fight here. 3-on-2 developing around Blackheart as they're trying to grab these coins. Watch when there's Abathur as well. So really, it's 4-on-3. Tyrael goes down. If Tyrael gets to near somebody after he dies, he explodes. There's the explosion. Red team scattering away from Tyrael. Little interruptions there by Falstad. He's playing a little game with these guys, trying to prevent them from dropping off those doubloons.
As you just saw there from Tyrael, though, he has an ability that when he dies, he turns into a spirit form of himself that's actually able to move very slowly, admittedly, towards his enemies. And when that time expires, it explodes and does pretty good AoE damage.
So we got 5 coins now, red for red team. Blue only with a single. Falstad in a little bit of trouble. Oh, wow!
Oh.
The hook! Can he get away? I don't know. And Abathur with the kill! That was Abathur's spike popping off of Kerrigan there that dropped him. And red team continuing to push hard on this position. They've got the coins. They've got a bit of advantage here in the midfield. They're doing very, very well at this point, driving back Blue.
Woo, all right. So this has been fairly one-sided so far, I'll admit. But let's see how this continues to develop. Now, a couple of things to point out here. There's a lot of pushing potential here for Red Team. They've dedicated to just Gazlo in the bot, who drops down all these little turrets around, continues to pressure with damage, while Abathur is able to send Zerglings up the middle and support the rest of his team.
Wow, Abathur playing a great move there. He jumps right into Nova. She got a little bit in trouble with Raynor, and that gave her a shield, which really protected her from any follow-up attacks. There's Stitches grabbing the watchtower, and it looks like he's going to do so uncontested. It's a vital watchtower to watch between those two lanes. Whoever controls that watchtower can see what's going on. Raynor in trouble again. There's the hook. Stitches going off. Abathur hitting him. He gets Tyrael with the save. Unbelievable, and Raynor escapes.
So what Tyrael just did there is he has an ability that actually puts a shield on his teammate, and it absorbs the damage that the other team does to him and confers it onto Tyrael with a little bit of a debuff applied to it. So pretty good stuff there, Tyrael, with a very clutch save, as it looked like, well, Falstad was all but dead.
Right, so we're looking at the levels at the top of the screen. You can see the team levels on the left-hand and right side of the screen. It's 5 for blue, 6 for red. A little bit of advantage to red here. The coins are now even at 5-5 for both teams as Stitches dances around here against Falstad and Tyrael.
All right, so I'm trying to see if anyone has any coins right now, and it looks like Kerrigan has a couple, and she could potentially make her way up to drop those off. As we mentioned before, once you get to 10 coins, Blackheart is going to start launching cannons out of that ghost ship in the middle of the map and start putting pressure on towns.
Wow, they're trying to grab a cramp there, but it got interrupted. Kerrigan with Abathur on her. She pulls everybody in. Tyrael in a little bit of trouble there. He's taken down. He goes. If he can get close, he can explode and do a lot of damage. Everybody dances away, scattering away from Tyrael. Absolutely vital you pull it off. You do not want to be standing next to the ghost of Tyrael. And it looks like red is going to grab a couple of coins.
Ooh, yeah, they grab coins from their opponent's side of the map, which is a really nice objective steal. And the treasure chests have come back right now. So it's going to be a fight for not just these treasure chests, but also for vision of the map.
Wow, red has got a great position here on these chests. There's a grab. Oh! Oh! And down goes Falstad. Red in a commanding position here, grabbing all of those coins. Doing wonderful, amazing red team with the red shirt and the red team. I was with you guys the whole
I don't want to hear it, Dustin. All right, come on, Blue. I know you can do this. All right, rest of Blue coming. No, actually, they can't do this. I'm sorry. I'm going to back away.
Look at the coins scattering around. They're in so much trouble here right now. Red trying to get the drop off in this position. I think they've got enough coins. It looks like they do 2 and 3 and 7 on Kerrigan. Wow, Kerrigan's really going to be carrying those coins around her for most of the game. Once you drop off 10, Blackheart goes away, and you've got to hold those coins until he appears again. So Kerrigan is a target right now. She's got plenty of coins on her. She's got to be careful. And there's the blast, powering through those towns. Terrible, terrible damage from Blackheart.
There it is, and this is just going to continue to ping away here. This is going to give Red a significant amount of pushing power. It's completely taking out these towers as well. There's a little bit of health left on that last one. Still no kills have been recorded. Actually, by our red side, I'm getting a little, or by our blue side, I'm getting a little bit scared for them right now, as they don't have control of the map, they don't have control of coins, and no map vision as well.
And they're down a level as well at this point. They're 1 level behind, which is not the end of the world, but it's getting kind of critical. Whoa, closing in on Tassar. Tassar has an ability he can sort of go phase shift, so he's kind of hard to gank in that way. He used the ability at the right time. Red with the Siege Giants now pushing bottom as well. And oh, Tyrael a little bit of a bind here. He's got Stitches and Nova closing in, but his allies are right there with him. Well, you know, they kind of just ran around him. But still, they were nearby, and that's what counts.
They could have come in to help, but they didn't. All right, so Red Team has pretty good control once again, and they have another 10 coins right away because Kerrigan was actually able to deposit right now. She runs in, doing quite a bit of damage to Raynor. Raynor falls, Tyrael trying to get away, but the ghost ship is already going. Diablo charges in from the side. He's laying out pretty good damage. Tyrael jumps right back on top too, but that alone is not going to be enough.
Wow, Blue suddenly pushing back really hard. Kerrigan in a lot of trouble, even though she's got Abathur. Oh, Diablo cannot quite pull it off. He doesn't like the turret, and he backs away. Kerrigan snakes away, barely escaping what was certain destruction. And that top town is absolutely getting hammered by Blackheart. Well, down here in the bottom town, the Siege Giants go completely uncontested. They're going to trash the front line before Blue moves to engage.
Right, so that's 2 frontline sets of towers that are completely destroyed. No, all 3 now as the cannon continues to fire at this town here up at the top lane. So Red's doing a very nice job right now. They're up a level, but they're continuing to take objective control, and that's really key right now. All of these different groups of minions all have different abilities. Some drop coins, some are siege minions that push for your team in a particular lane. One, this Grave Golem that you just saw here up at the top, is an extremely powerful minion that has an ability to push down towns just by itself.
Absolutely, wonderful job there. That's exactly what they're going for. This Grave Golems make a huge difference if they can grab it, and they're moving into position for doing it. Looks like Blue Team has sort of sniffed it out. You can see they're moving forward right now, trying to get in position. Here they come. Are they going to see it in time? I don't think they're quite gathered up enough to deal with this.
No, it looks like they're trying to move into position, though. Diablo, Tyrael, and Raynor are ready to engage. There's the ultimate from Raynor. Drops down the battle cruiser. Is dealing out some pretty good damage. Red Team finally has heroes killed, but Blue is just taking over at this point.
Unbelievable! You saw the bar seesawing back and forth, and they fought for control of the Grave Golem, and Blue gets it! Unbelievable! They absolutely needed at that point to stay in this game and remain competitive, and they get the kills. They got 3 down on Red, and Blue is pushing hard now on top lane.
And they've also got 7 coins right now, which means if they take objectives smartly, they can gather up a few additional ones, run back and deposit them, and get that ghost ship firing for them once again.
Poor Gazlo here is trying to hold the position. He's got Aberther with him. He's powering up his super shot there. He gets off a good hit, but it's not really enough to protect this position. Here comes Red streaming in to engage. Let's see what they decide to do. We got Nova there up top. They drop the town. Blue playing it exactly right. It's going to scatter. Kerrigan closing in. Falstad triple tap on Falstad. Down he goes. And Red, looking for some revenge for that destroyed top town, are in hot pursuit. Raynor there with the skill shot, pushing back Kerrigan.
All right, so that wasn't bad, and the Grave Golem is going to get neutralized now, but not before it did a significant amount of damage. And very importantly, we see that that level difference was completely made up. Blue now with a level advantage, 12 to 11.
Yeah, huge turnaround, and there's the coin drop as well. Blue on the counterattack at this point. What looked like an absolutely crushing Red victory was on its way, and suddenly Blue is coming back. Blue, I was with you the whole time. You guys are awesome.
Dustin, you don't do that right now. All right, guys. So let's take a look at things. Ghost Ship is still firing. Looks like it just used the rest of its salvo there. That town is very nearly destroyed. It won't take much of an effort from Blue, especially if they can grab a good siege minion camp or something like that to continue pushing that town.
And here goes Stitches trying to grab some coins here. He's in a safe enough position to attempt it. This is going to cost him some time in the lane, but I think it's absolutely worth it at this point. There's a couple of coins for him. And back towards the top, the treasure chest is spawned. It looks like Gazlo's having trouble controlling the position. Here comes Diablo as well, and Nova. Wow, big fight developing here. Gazlo in a little bit of trouble. Tries to dance away. Tyrael's going to drop him. There's Diablo dancing with Nova a little bit, and it looks like Blue is going to gain control of that treasure chest. Absolutely vital at this stage of the game.
That was a great move by Tyrael. He actually used his ultimate to come in and charge and stun Gazlo there for a little bit, then immediately followed it up with his Q, which actually plants a sword in the ground. Then if he uses his Q again, he can jump right back to it. So he was ensuring that he was doing damage the whole time. Really well played.
Wow, and there's Kerrigan hiding out there in the smog, in the smoke right there. Nobody can see her hiding out right there. She's trying to look so she can pick up a kill. Nova's in there as well. Tyrael's sort of dancing around the position. It looks like Tyrael's going to come through safely. Oh, Kerrigan wants a piece of him. She closes in. Aberther jumping inside Tyrael. It's really three. Oh, wow, there's the ultimate from Raynor. Calling down a blast from Falstad from below. Red is on the run. Unbelievable. Down goes one, and it looks like Kerrigan is in a lot of trouble.
Oh, man.
Kerrigan killed by Raynor. The coins drop, and Blue pushing aggressively as Red runs for their lives.
And they've actually got 10 coins right now between Diablo and Tyrael here. So once again, this Ghost Ship is going to be activated if Red can't prevent this drop, and it doesn't look like anyone is in position to do that. So the Ghost Ship is going to fire, and Blue just continues to build that advantage. All right, let's see if they can push a couple of objectives on the back of this. This town's going to fall immediately. Bye-bye. Fort goes down. That only took one shot, actually, so that's going to maximize the amount of damage that these cannon shots do.
Wow, Blue pushing all over the place at this point. If you look at the top, Blue has the level advantage once again. Red had been so dominant early in the game, is really struggling to come back together. They have grabbed some Siege Giants there for Red, but really, this is not where they want to be fighting them. Blue is already in a commanding position. The Siege Giants are going to go down very quickly. It looks like they're going to lose in their town. Unbelievable. Tyrael drops. He's trying to close in to get an explosion to go off. Wow. Big hit on Nova. She's got to get out of there. Diablo on the hunt. Down goes Nova. Unbelievable. 2 heroes down for Red as Blue pushes this bottom lane.
And Stitches did activate his ultimate. That's that poison trail that you see behind him, and it's doing a lot of damage to Diablo and Falstad, and they really have to back out of there. Thankfully, they get away before too much damage is done, and Red can get back into lane.
Yeah, that was absolutely the right move. They'd pushed as far as they were going to go there, and they're very close to losing a whole bunch of heroes. It is time to go. They've made their point. Now they got to get out.
Oh, and the Hearthstone back right to the base, and unfortunately, that charge from Gazlo just goes off and hits nothing.
Take one of those. You can see the tumors there being spawned by Aberther. That gives him vision of that location. Anybody who steps on those will take some additional damage. So it's a great way for Aberther to get a little bit of map control. Aberther right now, you can see that green shield was briefly there watching over Stitches as Stitches was moving the map. Stitches again going for the creep camp in the other team's half. Absolutely bold and brave move.
Yeah, but I really like it. In the early part of this game when Red did have a pretty good advantage, that's what they were capitalizing on. They were jumping in, stealing their opponent's minion caps, keeping pressure up all across on the back of Aberther's shields. But unfortunately, they haven't been able to get that game plan off because they've lost every team fight since.
Yeah, it was exactly the right hero to do it with too. Stitches is really tough. He's very hard to sort of close in and kill. Oh, Nova trying to drop off 2 coins. Doesn't quite pull it off. She's in a lot of trouble. That's not her happy place. Aberther jumps in and tries to bail her out, but it's not nearly enough. Blue driving Red back, gaining control of Blackheart there. And it looks like they're going to drop off another 5 coins, taking 5 to 4.
Yeah, so once again, a majority of the coins held, and another set of shots from that ghost ship is going to push down at least one more town. I'd say two, honestly, at this point. And with those siege minions that Blue has down at the bot, it's going to force Red to react. But you see they're all out of position. Everyone from Red is trying to take these minion camps so they can continue pushing themselves.
That's a pretty critical camp they just grabbed right there. You can push with those. There's an aura around them. You can see the aura that actually buffs all of your allies, including your heroes. It's a very powerful way to push. Let's see if Red can capitalize, if they're going to be distracted and have to deal with something else. Blue pushing here towards the bottom of this position, trying to pull Red away from those guys' stitches, just taking a fishing hook in there to see what he could grab.
I got to hand it to Abathur, though, sitting there in top lane. He's just pushing Zerglings all day long. He's trying to get those towns down, and he's doing an effective job of it. Red is actually making a very nice push here, but the problem is that Blue, in the bot lane, has almost moved entirely into their opponent's base.
You can see the level difference is getting a little bit scary here at 17 for Blue and only 15 for Red. This is critical. They've got to win the next team fight, or they've got to spread out sufficient they can start collecting more experience. There's some Siege Giants pushing in the bottom position right there. Red's going to take them out. Blue, though, is absolutely in a commanding position. Let's see what they can do with it. Another blast from Blackheart, and that town is almost gone.
Yeah, they're about to the point where they can start pushing directly through mid, just take down that town, and then move through and start attacking the core directly. But now, Blue Team has put themselves in another good position to move up and try and recapture that Grave Golem. If they go after that, they're going to have plenty of pressure in the other lanes on the back of Siege Minions and such that they'll be able to push through and at least kill a town. Oh, Kerrigan just jumps straight in and gets obliterated!
Oh, unbelievable. 3 heroes down already for Red. Blue in a commanding position. They're going to be able to grab that Grave Golem and go ahead by the advantage. Only got Abathur and Stitches are the only people left on the field that can even do anything at this point. And you can see at this level, it's level 17, how quickly that Grave Golem is going to drop.
That's absolutely right. Stitches is just kind of running around mid lane right now, fighting back waves of minions, but he's kind of a man without a home, to be honest. He's going after mercenary camps, but there's not much else to do right now.
What else is he going to be doing at this point? He's getting some experience points for his team, trying to catch up, and this is the moment. Blues got a little bit of damage there, but not enough to really matter. And they're going to start pushing in at this top lane. This could be the decisive move of the game right here. They could ride that Grave Golem like a pony all the way to victory.
All right, here comes Blue, and Abathur, bless his heart, he's pushing away in bot lane, but unfortunately it's not going to end up doing too much. He's going to have to teleport back. He's going to have to support his teammates here in just a second, because that Grave Golem is powerful and this town is about to fall.
He is absolutely coming. Red gathering up. They got enough heroes to play. They can do something. Can they possibly have the kill? Diablo drops. Absolutely critical kill them for this point. Can they pick off anybody else? The Grave Golem going to town on that position. Gazlo just spamming the turrets as much as he possibly can. And Blue, not liking the look of things, is going to back away, giving Red a little bit of chance to recover.
Tyrael was tanky there, but Diablo was their most tanky person. So once he went down, they didn't have a lot of frontline power to be able to stand in and engage against the power of the towns, the actual towers themselves. Abathur continues to push down here too. And the nice thing about Abathur is that he's continuing to absorb experience for his team down there, continuing to push lanes and making sure that his team doesn't fall too far out of this.
Abathur just soloed that bottom lane pretty much all by himself, using his Zerglings and a talent that buffed them. Oh, here comes Blackheart blasting away. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a tragedy. Red loses another town to that position. Red is a little bit scattered right now, it looks like. We've got 3 sort of in the bottom lane with Blue closing in around them. I don't know if I like this matchup at this point. There's 1 hero up top. Blue is going to grab, Red, a little fishing attempt there from Stitches at that camp. Doesn't get anything.
Right, that was a line of sight blocker, so Stitches didn't know that he was about to walk into his impending doom, so thankfully he turned away. Even the grab would have been enough of an initiation that he probably would have ended up falling. But I think this is now 4-1 ghost ships in favor of Blue at the moment, and they are starting to run away with objective control. That experience just keeps getting pushed up. There's another fort, and I think we only have 1 fort remaining now. Yes, indeed. For Red Team.
You know, at this point, the next grab of Blackheart could be the deciding factor at this point. Stitch is just fishing like crazy, hoping to catch somebody. He doesn't really want to close across that line. Oh, wow, and here comes another blast. This is going to be absolutely ferocious.
This is actually attacking Blue Team,
right,
though.
Totally
yeah,
is.
Red was able to actually get in and finally drop off some coins. So Abathur's pushing in the top, and he's actually got quite a minion wave going there to deal some damage out. Blue is going to concentrate all their efforts on bot lane, though, and try and take out that remaining fort.
Wow, this is looking really tough here in the bottom lane. Red is in position to try to defend, but they got a lot of forces in the area. The cannonballs are blasting away at Blue. Blue making a big push down here. It looks like, oh wow, big hits going on. Everybody's in total position. Oh, and there's the Hyperion blasting away. Those top 2 towers absolutely going to go down. Huge charge forward.
Whoa.
Diablo getting very frisky there. Abathur right on the position with Stitches. He's going to drop. Absolutely down he goes. Oh, wait, no, he's still up.
Yeah, Diablo and Tyrael both tried to move in there, and they're both going to die as a result. Tyrael falls as well. Can he get close enough to Stitches? Stitches tried to use the fountain to heal back up, but it wasn't enough, and he ends up dying.
Wow, that's a huge turn at this point. Look at that. We got 3 heroes down for blue. 4 heroes down for blue. Only 1 down for red. This will be what they need to get back in this game. The level difference is evened out at 19 to 18. They got to do it more. Red is feeling, I can hear these guys over here. They're going, go, go, go. They're really feeling they've got a position, and they're going to try to do something here. It looks like, see where they're headed.
No, they don't have to do anything. Tell them to stop. Tell them to stop, Dustin. Core is actually under attack, so they had to retreat momentarily just to be able to clear out the minions that were pressuring in. They're trying to move back out, establish objective control, deposit some more coins so they can keep that ghost ship firing, because that is what's really going to bring them back. They've already brought this level gap, though, down to just 1.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing. And Abathur at top is just a one-man army up there. Look at him. He's got all these Zerglings, all these locusts spawning. He's creating all of this trouble, and he continues to push that position while at the same time he's absolutely helping his teammates by jumping in and infesting them. There's the infestation right there on Gazlo. You can barely see it as he comes onto the screen. And boy, they've got enough coins here for another drop.
Yes, they do. And the forts are starting to fall for blue. They've been at 3 for a while, but now they're all significantly weakened. One more series of shots here from the ghost ship probably will take down not just 1, but maybe even 2.
Yeah, it's quite possible. I got to tell you, these guys are absolutely playing their heart out right now. Everybody really wants to win this game. They're really, really pushing themselves. A lot of our practice games weren't nearly this close. Wow, another blast. That one's definitely going down. Unbelievable they managed to come back into this game and really put themselves in a position where they could still absolutely come back. They could totally win this game right now.
No, Blue's got it. Let's hear the Blue supporters out there. That's what I like. Oh, wow, that's weaker than last time. I'm actually kind of scared now. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Red gathering up there, it looks like, in the middle lane, looking for a team fight that they can win. They want to win this one. Tyrael jumping forward right there, getting off the hit. There's another charge in from Diablo. Abathur in position. Oh, wow, the ultimate's firing off left and right as Red sort of scatters away. They're a little bit divided now. They're in different locations. Everybody's a little bit wounded. Blue doing very, very well in these team fights every time they fight. Yeah, Gazlo and Kerrigan were able to sneak away with just a tiny bit of health, though, because if they had fallen, I have no doubt that Blue would have been able to finish and just rock the core immediately. Abathur, though, he's still doing it. He's in the bot lane. He's continuing to push with his Zerglings. This is the power of this champion. And he's actually put a lot of his talents into this, so he's really helping his team out there by focusing on this Locust. He has actually been a one-man army. Okay, this is a big push, guys. You got to watch this one. Oh! Absolutely critical kill. Kerrigan in a little bit of trouble. She's going to dance her way back to home base so she can get healed up. Oh! Kerrigan falls as well. Tassadar. No, he gets away. I can't believe it. Oh, wow. There's pursuit there in the backfield. Falstad still trying to do some damage here. Oh, down goes Tassadar. And Blue suddenly in trouble with 2 heroes down. Still 2 heroes down for Red. The death timers at this point getting very, very lengthy as they tried to push against the red core, and they are ultimately once again driven back. Now this is a very important point. It's level 20 to level 19. Level 20 is when you get the Hero of the Storm powers. These powers are incredibly dangerous. This is a break point. They can get something done now. They can absolutely win this game. Oh, Stitch is in a lot of trouble. He's getting away. Tyrael going in for the battle. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Another great ultimate from Tyrael once again. And at the same time, he drops his shield on Raynor, and Raynor's not taking any damage. Tyrael's taking it all. 3 members down for Red, 2 members down for Blue. Hyperion comes in one more time. There's the core. Well, that was a fun game.